When the US space shuttle was designed, it was with a view to the orbiter's primary role being that of a transporter to and from a proposed space station. In the years since shuttles started flying, the International Space Station has become a reality. Following the loss of the Columbia, shuttle missions were postponed. Shuttle Discovery is scheduled to return to space in March. In the meantime, Russian Soyuz craft have been the only visitors to the ISS. But both designs are aging, and astronauts have ventured outside the space station to ready it for a new generation of cargo carriers. Russian Gennady Podolka and American Mike Finke, currently the only crew of the station, also performed some routine maintenance on one of the station's video cameras. But the main purpose of what's been their third spacewalk in a month was to install antennae and laser reflectors to allow automated transport vehicles, or ATVs, to dock. 6 old reflectors built in the late 1990s and in orbit since 2000 were replaced. The new reflectors and a device called Videometer Target Assembly, which is also made up of reflective pieces, will be crucial in allowing the new unmanned ATVs to dock. A laser beam from the ATV will be reflected and analysed by the videometer. Resulting data will be transmitted back to the ATV, enabling it to make corrections as it rendezvous with the ISS circling the Earth at 28,000 kilometers per hour. With both crew members outside, the space station was monitored by flight controllers in Houston and Moscow for 4.5 hours. Transmission of live video of the astronauts was kept to a minimum to preserve power. Midway through the spacewalk, communication was lost when the main US radio link was accidentally turned off by flight controllers. They eventually activated a backup radio path, sending commands through Russian ground stations before they got the main system working again.
My suit pressure is 039 and bottle pressure is easily removable. Yes, it is.
When the ATV becomes operational next year, it will be able to carry up to 9 tons of provisions and other payloads to the ISS. An ATV will return carrying with it waste and other refuse, destroying itself as it passes back through Earth's atmosphere. The first ATV is currently at the European Space Agency's test centre at Noordwijk in the Netherlands. When evaluations have been satisfactorily completed, it will be transferred to the launch site at Kourou in French Guiana. If all goes to plan, the ATV will be lifted to orbit by an Ariane 5 launcher in the second half of next year.
Right at the very bottom of the pocket.